Hey everybody, I'm Steve and welcome to my channel. So tonight I'm going to talk about two classic movies here, two really old movies that one of them actually dates before I was actually born, the year before I was born in 1972, and the other one is actually kind of related to the movie as well. But the first one is the Poseidon Adventure. This is the 50th anniversary of this movie, released in 1972, directed by Ronald Neame. Screenplay by Sterling Silliphant, and it's produced by Irwin Allen. I've loved this movie most of my life here. That I used to see it on TV, like on a network TV all the time. It has, you wouldn't believe some of the cast in this. I mean, I'm sure most of you have seen this. They've done they've done remakes of this, TV remakes and movies, theatrical remakes. But the original is the one I love the best. This is starring Gene Hackman, the great Gene Hackman, one of my favorite actors, Lex Luthor, from the Superman movies, and two-time Oscar winner. It has Ernest Borgnine, Red Buttons, Shelley Winters, Roddy McDowall, Jack Alberson from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, Leslie Nielsen. It has music from John Williams. Anybody that knows, in the 70s, they had there were several disaster movies made at that time. The Poseidon Adventure is definitely a disaster movie. Has a cruise ship that gets flipped over in the ocean, and people have to survive the disaster. It's one of those that you really feel it with the characters that that you're really trying to survive with them, But John Williams did the score. Like I said, he also did another movie I'm going to mention, and a third movie that I actually not going to mention much of. But he actually did a trio of movies between 1972 and 74. So he was, even back then. That's before Jaws. So even back then he was in high demand. John Williams, a legend in the music film scoring profession. So this also has a hit song called "The Morning After" by Maureen McGovern. That's a great song. It definitely kind of dated. It definitely sounds like a '70s song, but it's great though. But the second movie I'm going to mention here, like I said, this is the 50th anniversary of the Poseidon Adventure. But the second movie is actually related to this in some ways, because it has the same the same person that did the screenplay, Sterling Silliphant, and the same producer, Irwin Allen. But that second movie is called the Towering Inferno. And this is a lot. Both of these are like around 3 hours long. As any kind of epic disaster movie, has to be a long movie, to tell that kind of story with that many characters. But this is actually. I think this one actually has a better cast than the Poseidon Adventure, but it has Paul Newman, Steve McQueen, the great Indiana legend. I'm from Indianapolis, so he's a big time legend here. But has William Holden, Faye Dunaway, has Fred Astaire, Susan Blakely, Richard Chamberlain, Jennifer Jones. Has O.J. Simpson's in it. He actually had an acting career while he was still playing football back in the 70s and 80s. Well, I don't know if he was playing. I don't remember exactly when his career ended, but he was acting in the 70s and 80s and I think early 90s. But it also has Robert Vaughn, you know him from Superman 3, and also has a Robert Wagner in it. Like I said, John Williams did the film score to this as well. And he also did a third movie, which I've never seen before, but it's called Earthquake. And so that was Earthquake and the Towering Inferno were both made in 1974 or released in 1974. But this movie has to do with the Paul Newman is like an architect, and he builds this skyscraper, I believe, in San Francisco. I haven't seen this in a little while, but I still love it though. It's it also has, Steve McQueen is like a firefighter in the movie, but it's just, a fire breaks out in the building, and it's just an escape to try to survive the whole thing. And Paul Newman and Steve McQueen, though, those two, like, they developed kind of a friendship on this movie. And Steve McQueen, he's from Beech Grove, Indiana, so he got Paul Newman into auto racing, and McQueen died in 1980, and he took Paul Newman to the Indy 500 and got him into car racing, and after McQueen died, Paul Newman started becoming a sponsor of race car drivers in Indy 500 kind of thing, and he was always here, around the month of May when the Indy 500 takes place, and he'd always be at the race every year, and he did that all the way till the time that he passed away. I forgot exactly when he passed, but so those two, were really competitive, I guess, at the time. They had, Paul Newman had to have his name. They were both shown on the screen in the opening credits of the movie, where Paul Newman's like on the upper, I guess as you're watching it, it'd be on the upper left hand side of the screen, and Steve McQueen got kind of right below him, but and on the screen there. But so they were really competitive, but they became really close friends, and it was of course really sad that Steve McQueen died so early. I think he was like 50 or 51. Lung cancer, obviously. So, but yeah, both of these movies though. Both of these movies are just, I think, great survival kind of movies, and please put a like on the video. I really appreciate that. It would help my channel out a lot, and give me some comments and let me know what disaster movies you like, because I know there's several. There's one that I definitely didn't mention that I'm sure a lot of people have seen, but they made several though. Just people love that kind of stuff, I guess, in the 70s, just trying to survive from a disaster. And please, like I said, please like and subscribe, and have a good night. Thank you. Bye.